Hey, hi everyone. This is Elise, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Beyond Business Conversations with Women Who Have It All. And if you're new to my work, I basically help spiritual entrepreneurs with their money marketing mindset so that they can have the guts and confidence to charge what they're worth, serve more clients, and make good money consistently to live the rich life. So today, I'm so happy to have another colleague that is also working with women entrepreneurs. And it's so fascinating. I mean, you have heard of Doreen Virtue and her cards, right? And she just told me that she create power thought cards. And I'm so curious, and I want you to find out more about how the power thought cards and how she can help you bust through your belief system in your business, because we all know we want to hit six figures. We all know we want to hit a certain income goal, but there are certain blockages in our lives that are preventing us from reaching there. There's belief system. There's actually so many ways to bust them. So this is one of the other way, and if it resonates with you, then do check her out. You do whatever it takes to get to success, right? So let me warmly welcome Christy. Hello.
Hello, so nice to be here with you, Elise.
Thank you. So tell us what you do exactly.
That's a loaded question. So I work with women entrepreneurs to help bust through their mindset barriers. So things like lack of confidence or low self-esteem. What I find with the women I work with, they've already reached a level of success and then they get stuck. So what I do is I help pull out, bust through those barriers, pull out the doubts so they can get to the next level of success.
Okay, so what do you mean by already reached a level of success? So how does this woman know that she has reached that level of success?
That's such a good question. So I always ask the people I'm working with, the women I'm working with, what success means to them. And what I've found is success, the definition changes.
Mm-hmm.
So an example is one of the women I'm working with right now, she reached 5 figures in her business, and she was content with that. And the more I talked with her, she's not content with that. She wants more, but she feels guilty because there's just a variety of things going on in her family time, and so I'm working with her to bust through those mindset barriers that keep her at that level. Why not 6 figures? Why not 7 figures? And so working with the women, I'm able to help them bust through those plateaus, the success plateaus I call them.
Okay, so what are the usual suspect of the mindset beliefs that women tend to have when in terms of like reaching the next level?
Okay, so the first and foremost that I see all the time is, can I do more? How can I do more? How can I have more success? I've already reached my goal. And sometimes women, we get stuck and we think, well, this is what I envisioned and I hit the target. So now what? And that's where I come in. I help them realize that their vision can get bigger. Their why can change. They can bust through the self-doubts, the old fears, the mindset of lack, and push further and move towards even bigger goals.
So before we even dive even deeper, let me ask you, why do you do what you do? I mean, how did this power thought cards and this inspiration came to your business? Was there something that happened in your life that, gave you this inspiration?
I love that question. Yeah, I've always been writing. I've always been a poet. I've always written poetry and mind thoughts. So things to keep pushing me forward and pulling me to the success that I've always desired. And why I came up with this is you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. Even though there's so many people that say they're happy for you, sometimes they're not. So you have to look within. And I created these, I'm going to pull one for you later, these power thought cards as that extra motivation and empowering card so women could just stick to that motivation that they feel, that desire that burns deep within them, that they want more, and not listen to the outside noise. They can go within, they can work with amazing coaches like yourself, they can do more and be more and have more and enjoy it. And so I designed these cards specifically for women entrepreneurs, and I call them primetime results cards because the cards are all written to pull out self-inspiration. So if a woman is having a day where she's just feeling overwhelmed, she can go to the box of cards, shuffle the deck, pull a card out, and say, yeah, I can do this. I can be more. I can have more.
So what's the difference between this and the angel cards that it's commonly used?
So the difference is I write all my own, and they're more like a power thought, like an affirmation.
Ah, okay.
So they can be interpreted any way that the reader wants to interpret them. Usually women will contact me and say, Christy, I pulled this card and it spoke to my heart, or it was exactly the little message that I needed to have that day. So the difference is there's no manual to interpret the cards. No one to date can be a reader per se. It's always up to the woman who's looking at the cards to internalize what the meaning is for her.
So it's still very empowering because you translate into however that you want versus like you go for a card reading and then the card reader explains it in her own perspective.
Right. So this is all about empowering the woman to do to feel what the card says to her. She can pull a card twice a day, 3 times a day. Every morning when I go into my office, I shuffle my deck and pull a card. That sets my intention for the day. And, you know, honestly, there's been times where I read a card and I'm like, yeah, I'm bringing good energy into my business, or I'm attracting amazing opportunities. And it's just that little extra oomph to keep me focused on my work without getting distracted with everyone else and what they're doing.
So tell me more a little bit about your designing process. Do you have to meditate and then channel the messages?
Sometimes what I usually do is if I'm doing it for a client, every coaching call that I have, I read a card for the woman, and at the end of our call, and what I do is I just ask that the right card, the right message for that woman come to me. And I know sometimes people think it's kind of woo-woo, but it's amazing when I will pull a card and I'll say, this is the card I pulled for you, and I always hear, oh my God, I needed that, or that's exactly what I needed to keep me going, because I find that these cards are just little boosts of inspiration. And you know, all of the feedback I've had from the women who purchase them is beyond positive. So I just love it.
I think you said something about believing that the right clients will be attracted to you. And you know, in the business, sometimes when someone says no to us, we get so caught up, like, oh my God, you know, like, oh, it's the end of the day, right? But if you actually trust, especially for spiritual entrepreneurs, sometimes no, it's a good thing. So how do these cards help this person? I mean, no matter what you say, we are not men. We don't compartmentalize our emotions like men. So women tend to take a lot of things literally and emotionally, and it takes a lot of mind muscle and a lot of bang on the wall to, you know, like to be brave, and it's okay to accept a no. But I believe some of us, I mean, even to a certain degree, I think wherever you are in your business, sometimes that no, it's really hard. So how would these cards help us ease through this situation?
Oh, I love that question. So I actually have a card that says, so you were told no. Guess what? Next opportunity. I believe that when someone says no, that it's the next opportunity. It means maybe that's not the right person to work with us, but someone even better who's maybe more invested, or maybe you'll click better with. So working through the no's, these cards help keep you inspired, they keep you motivated, and they remind you of why you're doing the work that you're doing and why you do the best work that you're doing. Because let's be honest, there's so many coaches and mentors and what have you. There's so many of us amazing women doing amazing work, and we deserve success, and we deserve to stay motivated, and sometimes we have good colleagues to help us, and sometimes we feel alone. And so I know for a fact, for myself, if I'm feeling kind of off or feeling frustrated, I can shuffle my deck, pull a card, and like this one, I accept full responsibility for my business success. That I own it. That's my wake-up call to say, okay, pity party's over, get back to business. And that's just an example. So they're all very positive. They're all very energizing. They're very energizing. So the woman reading it can say, okay, I got this.
So it sounds like it's like messages from the universe. What do you need to hear and know exactly right now the affirmation that you need to have to go through your current situation, be it happy or sad. And I suppose you don't need to be in a sad situation to pull these cards out, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's just that I incorporated it into my business because all of the work that I do is around mindset. And we can be our own worst enemies. We don't have to worry about what everyone else is doing. We have to keep ourselves in check. We have to stay balanced. And I created the cards because it worked for me, and I thought, well, if it works for me, maybe it will work for some other woman out there. And they're a very high-selling product, and I'm just so pleased and so grateful that they resonate with other women.
It's like when you create something from the heart and from spirit and from source, then it's really literally effortless living. I think a lot of women are like, they're finding their purpose, they're struggling with their clients, and I totally get it. Like last year it was all about that, but it's the natural process of everyone's journey, and embrace it, right? I have a question for you, Christy. What is your definition of success? Has it changed when you started your business and now you say, at every level your definition of success is different? So what is your definition of success now, and what was your definition of success then?
Okay. Well, so my definition of success right now is just feeling good about the clients I'm working with and the time with my family, which is priority. But the money that I'm making, I make good money, and I feel good about that. My definition used to be, well, I'll feel successful when I make $5,000 a month. Or I'll feel successful when I book my first high-paying client. Well, those things came and gone. And then I kind of was stuck. And I believe in working with my own coach. And I remember my coach said to me, so now what? And I said to her, well, what do you mean? I just keep doing what I'm doing. She said, really? That's not the kind of woman you are. And that's always stuck with me. So I actually, every month at the end of the day in my business, I dedicate a day to reevaluating my business, my intentions. Did I fulfill them? My income goal, did I exceed it? Was I below it? And then I really pick apart and unpack what went on that month in my business and what my level of success is. So I'm very unique in the fact that success to me changes, and I think it always will, because I believe that I'm going up and I can be okay with that. So it's something that I really find I'm constantly reflecting on.
Yeah, totally agree. Like the word success means different things to different people. Like I always say, but just a stay-at-home mom, her definition of success is a non-cheating husband, healthy kids, good education, and that's her level of success. That's her accomplishment. But for women like us, it's so much more. It's really more than just money. And I think you mentioned about money, and I feel sometimes we need to go through that process. Like only when I get this, then I get that. I think this is the natural process of the journey to elevate yourself.
Yes, I love the word elevate.
So what do you feel about women making money?
I feel really excited. When I think about, and this is kind of corny, I guess, but when I think about my grandmother and how her opportunities were not the same, I think I used her as my inspiration. I mean, she was a very talented woman, but that's personal to me and the story of that. And she did a lot of work on a farm and was amazing, but she never had a career per se to what we would call a career. And yet she was probably the happiest woman I've ever known. And I use it as inspiration to be comfortable making money, to be comfortable making more money than my husband, to be comfortable providing for my child, to be comfortable to give to charities or to help a family member if I need to. I love that feeling when women say to me, you know, I brought in $6,000 this month. I wonder if I can do more, because I use that and I turn it around and I say, do you mean how will you make more? And I think it's something that women need to be comfortable talking about, and not in a conceited way, not in an arrogant way, but in a confident way. So we can say, I am a woman, I make amazing money, and I do what I love to do.
Yeah, there's so much belief system and fear wrapped around women making money. And I'm so glad that you're on the same page as me, but it's nothing wrong with making money. It's just like the Bible says, right? I mean, the love for money is the root, what is that? The root to evil is not money, but the love for money is the root to all evil. So I'm really excited about you pulling a card for me, so let's go.
Okay, so I'm just shuffling. There's nothing woo-woo going on.
It's okay. I'm all about woo-woo. I love woo-woo.
Guess what I got for you? Can you see?
I'm great. Hang on.
I'll read it. I am grateful for all of the increasing opportunities coming into my life to earn a higher income.
Oh, I
So
know
you're
that.
going to earn even more money.
I know. That's wonderful. That's such a great affirmation. Ah, good.
I'm going to do one more quick one for you. Ooh. I use my time efficiently.
I love those
And why how do you feel that you do use your time efficiently?
I think that's such a good reminder because last year, like I said, I was all about going after it, chasing it, blah, blah, blah. And this year, I just wrote an article on Huffington Post. It's like I made six figures, but I wasn't happy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say it's actually okay because learning how to make money is a skill. You don't just boom and then you know how to make money. So that journey was valuable. I'm not judging it, but right now I made the intention this year, like I have three children, to be more focused in my journey with them, like to be more present. So I fired the no, I didn't. It wasn't a bad thing, but I just fired the bus driver. So I'm gonna send my daughter up, back and forth. So that was the intention that I made, and I wanted a more global market. I spend more time on the internet so I can wear my pajama pants all the time and not be in heels. And so that was the intention that I made. So I think that was a timely message for me about time.
So see how it applies? It's something that just women that purchase these cards, it's just that extra message for them at that moment in their business, because let's face it, we change as our business changes,
Yeah.
right? And I love that you're doing things with your family. I have one child, he's 14, he is the love of my life. He has a very rare disability, and so I have advocated my entire life for 14 and a half years to have the best care for him, the best physiotherapy for him, and it's been my faith. It's been my faith that has kept me going the days when I wanted to give up, and it's his face when he says, you're just mom, you're in the paper, you're on the news, but you're mom. And that's why having my own business is so rewarding. I am so grateful for that because I can center it around my family.
I mean, it's like I'm really speechless right now because it's like you have a special child. It's whatever definition that is, and yet you don't show that. Oh, I'm there, and there's so much love and energy shining out of you, and that's why I'm so speechless. I don't even know how to continue from here. It's like, gosh, it's like you're such a strong woman, and for 14 years, it's not a small feat. I mean,
No.
I have three, and I feel like killing them sometimes. And
But you know, we do it. We do what we have to do for our children. And I think that with my faith and with my education, because I believe in education for women, I have an amazing husband. My son is an angelic soul. And it's been through earning money that I can provide all of these extra things that some moms don't ever have to think about. And thank goodness. I mean, the condition that he has is called Erb's palsy, and it's caused by a doctor during delivery. So it's preventable. So I spend a lot of time educating nurse practitioners and nurses in obstetrics because I didn't ask for this, but God gave it to me. I can handle it. And every day I'm so grateful that he's healthy. He's amazing. And I'm teaching that message in my business to women in business because some days are not as easy as others, whether it's with children, whether it's with clients, whether it's with our bookkeepers, whatever it is. So we have to always stay grounded and always remember why we do what we do and do it with a grateful heart.
I love this. I really, really, absolutely love this. So, I mean, you are such an inspiration to a lot of stay-at-home moms who think that, oh my God, life is the end when I have children. So tell us, where can we find these lovely cards?
They're on my website. I'm actually in the process of talking with the manufacturer because the demand for them has increased.
Ah, wow.
Has increased so rapidly that I have always made my own cards. And sometimes I make them in a jar. I don't know if you can see this.
Yep.
But I put gratitude stones in the jar. So on my website, they're available. And, you know, people that work with me, like I said, I always give them a welcome package with treats. And there may be some cards in the welcome package. But it's something that if women watching this are interested, I would love to be able to help keep women inspired because the journey isn't always smooth, but it's worth it every time.
Yeah. You don't see beyond what you have right now because you're so clouded. But, you know, trust me, as long as you keep going, keep going, keep going, and trust that faith, like what Christy has talked about, because that's the faith that actually kept her going. It's not about the money. It's actually about the faith that has kept her going. It's the faith that she will have the money to feed her child, fund her child, and to live this rich life that she deserves. So thank you so much, Christy, for your time. It's so awesome.
Thank you.
And to openly share with us your story. And yeah, you know, still be positive and love, and I really love your energy. And if you need to pull out a card or, you know, receive some messages, I think whether or not we are channelers or we are card readers, when we tap in our own intuitive self and the higher self, we are able to deliver messages at the right time for your clients. So same thing, this is exactly what Christy's doing. She's not a card reader, but she's able to tap into that universal truth and give you that gift, actually, the exact messages that you need at the right time. And like you have witnessed what she did with me and for me. So I'm super grateful to have this time with you. And let us know, tell us again, once again, where can we find you?
So you can find me online at primetimecs.com under Primetime Consulting Services. And all the links to my Facebook and LinkedIn are there. And I would love to connect with more amazing women who are ready to have confidence, courage, and class and cash.
Awesome. So if you haven't already joined us on Facebook, it's the Spiritual Entrepreneurs. Do go ahead and join us because there are a lot of spiritual women and entrepreneurs there who have great gifts and a big heart, and join in the conversation. All right, this is Elise, and this is another wonderful episode. I'm so happy to be part of this, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.